When talking to friends and family or even scrolling through social media, I've noticed that a lot of us are stuck when it comes to investing. It's not that we don't want to invest, it's that the whole concept feels overwhelming. There's so much jargon, so many rules, and it feels like you need a degree in finance just to get started. But here's the thing, you don't. You don't need to be a Wall Street wizard to invest and grow your money. Today, I'm going to break it down in a way that actually makes sense. We'll talk about how to build a portfolio, simplify the decision-making process, and even share a few hacks to get started right now. By the end of this video, I promise investing will feel way less scary and way more doable. Before we go any further, though, I need to include an important disclaimer. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial or legal advice. Every investment decision carries risk, and you should do your own research or consult a licensed professional before making any financial decisions. I'm sharing what has worked for me and general principles to help you get started. But everyone's situation is different. Your financial goals, risk tolerance, and personal circumstances are unique to you, so make sure you approach investing in a way that aligns with your needs. With that out of the way, let's dive back in. One of the first questions people ask is, what should I invest in? And trust me, this is where everyone starts to overthink. You've probably seen those clickbait headlines like, the 5 best stocks to buy now, or this secret investment will make you rich. Spoiler alert, it's all nonsense. The reality is that there's no such thing as the perfect investment. I know that might sound discouraging, but let me explain. Even billionaires with teams of advisors and analysts don't always get it right. Hedge funds worth millions of dollars make mistakes and lose money all the time. So if you're feeling like you need to find the one perfect stock or fund to change your life, let that go right now. Here's the mindset shift that will change the game. It's not about picking the perfect investment. It's about building a solid foundation. Before you even think about what to invest in, you need to decide where to hold your investments. Think of this as step 1. Investment accounts are like tote bags. They're not the investments themselves, but they're where your investments live. Picture this, you're going grocery shopping and you need something to carry all your items. Some people grab a basket, some grab a cart, and others just carry everything in their arms. That's what investment accounts do. They hold your investments so they don't end up scattered all over the place. Let's break this down. There are different types of accounts for different goals. 1. If you're saving for retirement, you've got accounts like a 401k, 403(b), or IRA. 1. These accounts come with tax benefits, but the catch is you can't touch the money until you're older. 2. If you're saving for a child's education, there's the 529 plan. 2. It's specifically designed to help you grow money for college expenses. If you're looking for flexibility, there's the individual brokerage account. This is like the blank slate option. You can invest for any goal and access your money anytime. Now, you might be wondering, which account is right for me? That depends on your goals. Ask yourself, what am I saving for? When will I need this money? If you're saving for something long-term, like retirement, accounts with tax benefits are a great choice. But if you want the freedom to use your money whenever you need it, a brokerage account might be better. Setting up an account is easier than you think. You can do it through your bank, a traditional brokerage like Vanguard or Fidelity, or a modern platform like SoFi or Robinhood. Personally, I'm a fan of the newer platforms because they're super user-friendly and designed for people like us, digital first and always on the go. Once you've picked your account, the next step is funding it. And no, this isn't some complicated process. All you're doing is transferring money from your checking or savings account into your investment account. It's as simple as moving money between your bank accounts. Most platforms even let you set up automatic transfers so you don't have to think about it. Now comes the exciting part, choosing your investments. This is where most people feel the pressure to get it right. But I'm here to tell you, you don't need to overthink this. Instead of spending hours researching individual stocks, start with ETFs or mutual funds, especially index funds. These are like baskets of investments. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're at a buffet. You could load up your plate with just one item, say fried chicken. But what happens if the fried chicken is terrible that day? Your whole meal is ruined. Now imagine you fill your plate with a little bit of everything: chicken, salad, pasta, veggies, dessert. Even if one dish isn't great, the rest of your meal is still delicious. That's what index funds do for your investments. They spread your money across hundreds or even thousands of companies, so you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. This diversification is key because it protects you from big losses. If one company in the fund underperforms, the others can help balance it out. Here's another tip. Pay attention to expense ratios. This is the fee you pay to the company managing the fund. Even a small difference in expense ratios can add up over time. For example, if you're looking at funds that track the S&P 500, you might see SPY and VEO. They do the same thing, but SPY has a higher expense ratio. Choosing VOO means keeping more of your money. Some popular funds for beginners include 1. VOO tracks the S&P 500. 2. QQQ focuses on tech companies in the NASDAQ 100. 3. VT covers the global stock market. If you want something even simpler, consider a target date retirement fund. All you do is pick the fund that matches the year you plan to retire, and it automatically adjusts over time. But maybe you're still feeling overwhelmed. If that's the case, let me introduce you to robo-advisors. These are like the Spotify of investing. Think about how Spotify builds you personalized playlists based on your listening habits. Robo-advisors do the same thing for your investments. You answer a few questions about your goals and risk tolerance, and they create a custom portfolio for you. Robo-advisors do charge small fees, usually around 0.25%, but if you're someone who would rather set it and forget it, this is a fantastic option. Now let's talk about why investing is so important. If your money is just sitting in a checking account, it's losing value every year because of inflation. Everything gets more expensive over time: groceries, rent, gas. If your money isn't growing, it's effectively shrinking. And here's the kicker: saving alone isn't enough. Unless you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, you can't save your way to financial freedom. Investing is how you build wealth and secure your future. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me what's been holding you back from investing. Is it fear of losing money? Not knowing where to start? Or maybe it's something else entirely? Let's get the conversation going because, trust me, you're not alone in this. I also want to remind you of this. Be kind to yourself. Just because you haven't started investing yet doesn't mean you're behind. Most of us weren't taught this stuff in school, and that's not your fault. What matters is that you're here, learning, and taking the first steps toward building your future. If this video helped you feel more confident about investing, hit the like button, subscribe for more tips on money, spending, and financial freedom, and share this with someone who could use a little financial inspiration. You've got this, and I'll see you next time.